Your Miami Hurricanes' undefeated season comes to a halt in Atlanta as they lose to Georgia Tech 28-23.
It's the recap show. It's the recap show.
Wow.
Why are you guys so bummed? Everything's fine, dude. Everything's fine. Everything is right in front of them. Pitt's not winning the rest of their games. They've got Virginia. They've got Clemson. They've got Louisville. And they've got Boston College. They're not winning all those. So all you have to do is win the next two games after your bye, and you're going to the ACC championship. Two of us had us at 9-1 at this point in the season. And we're 9-1. Everything's just fine. I mean, honestly. What's the problem?
You could tell the one guy who wasn't on the watch along.
How much of this game have you seen?
I've seen plenty of it.
Okay.
I've seen most of it.
I just so you know, as you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, student of the game Miami versus Georgia Tech just went live. And if you want to know why I didn't have an emphatic, it's the recap show. It's because, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no, this is not good.
I was the one. I don't think Tosa's going to talk tonight. I was the one who tweeted out. I don't know why you guys are so mad at the defense. I mean, so here, I'm gonna paint this with a really broad stroke, right? This is a really, really broad brush here. 4 days ago, we reminded everyone that this defense gives up 32 points a game in conference. Mm-hmm. And Rowe said, you know what? I'm not asking for much here. I just want to move the goalpost just a little bit. Just a little bit. I just want him to score less than 30 because we have a generational offense. Score less than 30. We got there's no problems there, right? We're good at that point. This offense scores 48 points a game. This defense held them to 28 points. 1 touchdown per quarter. Now, there's different ways to do that, and I understand the nuance of that. I understand the fact that they gave up 300 yards on the ground. I understand that they ran 4, 5, or 6 plays effectively with variances. I understand the nuances of this. But those of you who are mad because you expect this defense to do something they haven't proven that they can do at all the entire season, that's on you. That's on you. They haven't shown you once that they're capable of doing what you are asking them to do. So that's on you. The offense did not come to play today. And the coaches did not come to coach today. The team didn't do well today. That's the truth. So be as mad as you want about the defense and be as mad as you want Guidry gone and is it the scheme? I don't know. You've got some really good safeties, in my opinion, that are either confused because of the scheme, have completely forgotten how to play safety, because that's kind of what it looks like. So are they in cement shoes because they're not sure what to do in this scheme? I don't know the answer to that. All I know is they look poor. So the nuances are there. But Rowe asked you, they provided, and we still lost.
All right. FYI, I am not sober.
I was going to say, he looks terrible.
Oh, no, he was gone by the end of the watch.
Started drinking bourbon at noon. I've not taken a nap, nor have I paused my intake over the last 3.5 hours. Also, as those on the stream saw, I've been drinking Eagle Rare 10, so I am soaring at about 176,000 feet right now.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So that's my present
view. You know that Elon can get you back down and land you on some chopsticks. Just put your arms out, bro.
Let me tell you something.
Put your arms out.
Let me tell you something. I'm disgusted. Fucking disgusted. 5-7 7-6, 9-1 with 2 games left. Not one of you had us going undefeated. We are 2 wins away from our best season since 2003. And according to social right now, it's not good enough for any of you. Any of you. Where the fuck have you been for the last 20 years? Are you kidding me? We haven't seen a season like this since 2003. And it's not good enough for you. I swear to God, if you literally didn't think this is good enough for the rebuild in year 3, then you should go play in traffic. Like, your expectations were 100% unreasonable. Like, I mean, are you kidding? You really think we're going to lose to Wake Forest at home? I don't. Think we're going to lose to Syracuse on the road? I don't. I think this loss is possibly just what this team needed to get a kick in the ass. They have a bye week, so 2 weeks to stew on it. And it's not going to be good enough for you if this team goes 11-1. Mario is ass. The team is ass. The program is ass. We haven't had recruiting classes like this in how long? What is wrong with you? Yeah, I'm not pissed at the team.
Tell them.
We can dissect this game, and we can take shots at Mario for leaving the points on the field, which I already tweeted out about. We can go off on Guidry. This defense has been what it's been for now 10 games. We can keep beating that dead horse. That's fine. But if you want to sit here and tell me the program isn't progressing, that this isn't moving in the right direction, then you are fucking on crack. I don't even know what to talk to you about. Oregon is 4 years ahead of us right now in a rebuild that the foundation is Mario's. 4 years ahead of us. They're number 1 in the country right now. So if this isn't where you want to be seeing us going, I understand a loss sucks. I understand it wasn't a fun loss. I understand the defense, but whatever. I understand it all for the single game. But you fuckers want to just throw the whole thing away. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm sorry, dude. I've been watching this team since the fucking 80s. I haven't seen a team this good in 21 years, and you want to tell me, yeah, it's been good enough.
Not good enough, Toast.
Fuck off. Go. Fuck off. All of you, fuck off. I can't.
This one's not for the kids, by the way. We should probably put a disclaimer up front.
Can you put the NFSW, whatever that is?
Holy Jesus Christ.
Something. Anyway, put that in the yeah.
That's
not
my
suitable
piece.
for work.
Sorry,
I am 100%. I told you at the beginning of the show, everything's fine. We're 9-1. Today sucked.
I agree with Toast.
Everything's fine.
We still got everything in front of us. I disagree with you. The safeties are absolutely horrible. And
what did I just tell you?
I disagree in a lot of premise, and I'm still mad at Lance Guidry, and I understand we moved the goalpost, but this is the reality. With that defense, you're not making any kind of serious run in the playoffs.
It's year 3. Did you expect a serious run in the playoff?
No, but here's the thing that we didn't expect either. You have a generational number 1 offense in the country, and it was off today. And eventually you knew you're going to need an Ed Reed game. And what did the Ed Reed game, it was on defense. We needed to be bailed out by our defense. And when I watched the student of the game just now, right? And I just want to go ahead and say this. The first big play, your safety is left in the middle of the field. He acts like he's never played this game in his life. They score on the same exact play. And it's the other safety who doesn't know what they're doing. You fast forward. You're fast forward. You go ahead and you got DP. He let somebody go inside. The safety's not even watching. He's not even watching the play. He lets the ball score. He's not even looking. And you let him score like that. And then you turn around and it's a simple zone read. You have a defensive end who crashes down. One safety gets bodied out the back of the end zone. The other safety has no idea how to take an angle, and your one linebacker trips and they score on a simple zone read. You want to talk about why I'm pissed and why I'm still upset at the offense? Because you had to move the goalpost. They only gave up 28 points. You almost gave up 300 yards on the ground to the same exact run style over and over, which by the way, in game 10, when we told you they're going to attack you with motions, and you have a serious problem, Miami. It is ridiculous. You have an allergy. Buy a effing EpiPen. Because when you see motions, you will see your guys on film. They act like they've never seen it before in their entire effing life. So you know what? Yeah, you had a generational offense. You had a generational talent. But erase 10 minutes off the board, they can't get the ball because you can't get off the field. And it's nothing complicated. It's gross. And that's why we can't have nice things. The nice things is, yeah, I still think we're getting in an ACC championship game, and all this is forgotten if you go ahead and win the ACC championship game and you're into the playoffs. But I am nervous, and this is why I'm nervous. Because if you go to the ACC championship game, you lose, or you do the unthinkable and lose one of these next 2 games, this season was for naught. And I know it's a building block, but you had it in front of you, and you couldn't even get out of your own way. And in typical Miami Hurricane fashion, you step on your crank. I know it's easy to go ahead and lose in college football. Georgia lost again today. You know what? And who saw that coming? It's hard. But when you have that kind of offense, and I know it was off today. I know. But still, God, what? How did you think that secondary was going to get it done? And how come you can't, like, they can't do anything? It is the worst group of safeties I've ever seen since doing Student of the Game. It is that bad. You're going to go into a ACC championship game, and you're going to get boat raced with that style of defense. You got some serious soul searching to do in this bye week.
Like you're I can't hear Scoop.
He's muted.
I muted myself. I didn't want to interrupt Ro. And I
was laughing and eating candy while everyone melted.
I was eating candy and I was laughing at both of you. I completely understand both sides here. I do. So my blanket comment of everything is fine in the big scheme of things. If we want to get technical and we want to bitch about the defense, we certainly can, right? I mean, we told you 4 days ago, they're going to run their offense sideline to sideline. It's going to be very similar to Va Tech. All the technical universities, they like to go sideline to sideline and they like to keep you, right? So the inability to be able to stop anything because we play man, I'm not sure if you want to pinch your DNs in and crash them in, maybe just a thought. And I know not much. I mean, I know a little. Maybe we shouldn't be playing man on the opposite side of when they're motioning or the side that they're pinching and losing the edge to, because they literally ran it over and over again with that jet sweep. Right? All they would do is just run the guy off. You're man. You run him off. He beats you to the edge. There's no one there. Right? So a zone concept could help, and it could help the safeties too, because they're literally scheming them. Oh, they're in man again. We got one-on-one with the safety.
Right.
Like, it's nauseating to watch. I'm not going to lie.
And that's why I was on. And we'll talk about the Cam thing, because Cam was particularly not well today. It showed up on film.
Yes.
But
we were talking about the defense.
I know we were. But that's what I'm saying. It's what you're alluding to, because that's why I hate that phenomenon.
It was not, you know what it reminded me of?
Same thing.
You know what it reminded me of?
It was the same thing. Paul Johnson.
No. Watching our defense reminds me of this year's defense, reminds me of watching Josh Gattis' offense.
Yeah.
Right?
Can't have nice things.
Everyone knows what's going to happen. And defensively, they know what you're going to do. It's obvious they know. When they ran the guy in motion, they know. When you go with him, they know, oh, this will work over and over and over and over again. It reminds me of watching Gattis' offense, where they would, you'd run the bunch on one side and have nobody on the, call it the boundary if you wanted to. And that corner, that's an automatic blitz.
Mario entrusted you with a good offensive line and a great defensive line too. They got some studs on that defensive line. He tried to build it from the trenches, and your defensive corner basically said, you know what? Here's about 300 rushing yards on the ground.
Our defensive line has 1 sack in 2 games.
Bro, all right.
How are you going to get a sack against that defense when they threw?
Well, I don't know, but
times?
fine. All you have to do
he threw past 10 yards twice.
He did. Hold on. Just stop. Just hold on. Like, I can't.
This is all true, though, Toast.
I understand that it's all true, but we're not going to sit here and talk about this defense, guys, is exactly who it's been for 10 games. This isn't a news flash. This isn't a sudden deal. This is who this defense has been for the entire season. So let's go ahead, instead of just shitting on them, let's talk about the generational offense. Let's talk about the generational quarterback that couldn't score at all against this team. Put up 23 points against Georgia Tech, less than half of what they do on a normal basis. So guess what? This loss is on the offense. This is on Cam Ward. This is on the offense. This is on Mario, not able with his offensive line to convert 4th and 1. 4th and 1 on multiple occasions. That's what I tweeted.
This is on the offense today.
This loss is on the offense. So stop shitting on the defense. We've been shitting on the defense all season, and Guidry deserves whatever. You can, as I said, you can destroy this game. You can pick apart the defense all day long. But we've been praising the offense for 9 games. Guess what? The offense laid a giant turd today. I don't care what his numbers were. And look, how many times this season will go down, okay? The worst moments are going to be moments that our generational Heisman potential quarterback refused to throw to the check down. Just refuse. And if you don't think NFL scouts are saying, what do you think is the number one question he's going to get when he's doing these interviews at the combine? You don't think everything else? How come you never go to the check down, bro, on 3rd down and whatever? Why did you never do that? They're going to want an answer to that question. I'd love to hear the answer because he never does it. And that finally cost us. He's been playing with fire all season long, and he got burned today. And this was totally on the offense. And if he pissed away his Heisman campaign because of it, I'm sorry, then he did. I think he can still save it with the last 2 games. But make no mistake, this loss, this L is 100% on the offense, Cam Ward, Mario Cristobal, and Shannon Dawson. That's it.
Man, I'm going to be in the nays today. I can't.
No, you can disagree with me.
I think, because here's the thing. He still has over 300 yards. I know where it went
350 and 3 touchdowns. If I told you that before the game, do you think we lose that game?
We win, right? And our defense holds them to 28 points. We're all assuming that we win. So where did it go wrong?
4th and 1?
No, exactly. So this is where it went wrong. The offense was particular bad on money downs today. When he had those numbers and 3 touchdowns, it wasn't unilaterally bad, right? So where did it go wrong? The efficiency, right? Mario left some points on the board. He should have kicked field goals. We know that. He has Cam Ward turnovers today. He had the one bad one at the end trying to make a play happen, should have hit the check. That's that. He had another one. Xavier's right open on a 4th down in the middle of the field, doesn't throw it. He should have, and that's what happened. The other one was kind of play call-ish, but here's a microcosm too. This is what I see. So they go 4th and 2 or 4th and 1. They decide to do a play action pass. It was busted from the beginning because there was no play action on it. Look at it. Mark Fletcher runs to the flats. So a safety, which our safeties are incapable of pulling off this play. I promise you. This was the microcosm for me. Their safety looks and says, hey, he's not handing the ball off. Doesn't about face. Doesn't even look. He just like, oh, something's about to happen. Turns around and takes away. It was Elijah Lofton who was read 1 on that. Definitely wasn't Mark Fletcher. And it was a great play by the safety. No, a shitty-ass play-action pass, but Cam Ward still doesn't throw the ball remotely close for Mark Fletcher to catch it. And then we are off again. So there you go. There's another 2 Cam Ward turnovers. Cam Ward was particularly bad on money downs today. 3rd down and 4th down. And you combine that with Mario not kicking the ball. So that was the microcosm of like just absolute shit that caused us not to be surgically efficient that we're normally used to. So we were good. We just weren't great. But then the whole problem, so where did it happen? You have over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. You're not really good on 3rd down and 4th down, but you limited about 3 of the opportunities for him to be great, to get his 4th touchdown, because that's what he needed. He needed that 4th touchdown he never got. He ran out of time. Oh, why did he run out of time? Because they had a 10-minute time of possession battle, because you didn't realize that that's what teams were going to do when you have the number 1 offense. I'm going to limit you to the best of my ability. So now what do you got to do? How do you get limited? Toast, how do you limit a team if you're wanting to do it? You're going to have to do what? You're going to have to control, snap the ball later on, and do what? Pass? No, run.
You're going to just run the ball and run
Thank
the clock.
you. So that's my issue. That 10 minutes took away 2 to 3 drives out of Cam Ward's hands. And no, they were bad. They were good. They weren't great. They were really bad on surgical downs. But he never got the opportunity again to do it. Actually, he did, and he fumbled the ball doing Cam Ward things. And it just caught up with the Hurricanes. You're not going to come from behind every single time.
No,
it caught you. It caught you.
It's. I mean, I think we kind of beat this ad nauseum, but you can't continue to do that every single game.
No.
You're going to lose a game or two. That's going to catch up with you. They cannot continue to be your savior. They were down 25. They were down 21 to Cal in the fourth. They were down 11 to Duke in the fourth.
Mhm.
Like, you just can't continue. They almost did it. But here's the thing, and I'm with you there.
Today.
And I'm with you there. I get it. We had 10 series. We had 10. We didn't have 8.
Mhm.
We didn't have 7. We had 10. We had 10 drives, scored 23 points. So it falls back on those downs because the reality is you had 2 fourth downs that you failed to convert. So that's 2 of those. Okay. 3 that you failed to convert. Well, I think one was towards the end. So, but you had 10 drives.
We've averaged more.
23 points on 10 drives is dog shit with this offense.
It is, but we've averaged more. Yeah, but the part that took points off the board, Mario's inability to say, hey, let's just take the points and kick. That was him.
Well, and here's the thing,
you
man.
had the ability to get to 29 points we left on the board, Toast, from not kicking field
it was
goals?
9, but and here's the issue, man.
Add that to the total.
It's when he did it. Like, the fact that you're going for it on 4th down in the second quarter, like, bro, like, what are you doing? You're down like at the 23-yard line.
Is he saying to us, because he would have cut it 14-13?
Yeah.
Is he saying to us that he doesn't trust that defense?
I wouldn't.
Bro, you can't be saying that in the second quarter, mid-second quarter.
Why not? They just drove it down your throat twice.
No, they didn't. They drove it down on the first drive, and they didn't do dick until the last drive of the first quarter of the first.
Well, neither did you.
Second half. I'm just saying, but it's not like they were dominating you. Like, you should have had confidence in your defense to be able to. Like, you're giving up points in the second quarter. You feel the need to go for it.
I think this is what I look. We're screaming at the television. I'm sure kick the field goal.
I mean,
we're also screaming at the television to kick the extra point. I don't understand that at all.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is, and this is kind of twofold. This is like, okay, you have to take the good with the bad, or the bad with the good with Cam. Right? We know that. He's the gunslinger. He's the guy who's going to make spectacular plays, and also the guy who's going to, cough it up maybe like he did today in an inopportune moment.
Mm-hmm.
But I think, and this, I don't know how this is. I don't necessarily know how to say it. I think Mario believes 100% of the time that Cam's going to do the good Cam things. So I believe that on that 4th down and through whatever the first one was that you didn't kick the field goal, he's got Cam Ward. He has all the trust in the world in this kid to a fault. And I think it showed today, because if he didn't have all the trust in the world in this kid, he probably would have kicked the field goal. If we're being honest with ourselves, I believe that to be the case.
He's a Heisman hopeful. You
so
have to have faith
to a fault, he's trusting Cam over what might be a smarter business decision when it comes down to managing the game. That's my opinion, but that's what it seems like to me.
I don't think it's ill will. I don't think it's ill-fated for you to trust in Cam Ward. He has got you to this point. You have been undefeated. I mean, I appreciate being aggressive. You have the best offense in the country. How are you not going to get this 4th down? Mario said it at the end of the game. He's like, they were the better team today, and they outcoached us. And they did.
Listen, man.
On both sides.
So I'll tell you why we win for it, because I believe that Mario, after being 9-0, was believing the press clippings. I believe this whole coaching staff was believing the press. I believe they were getting a little puffy chested. I believe they were believing that, we can go ahead. All right, we stumbled a little bit coming out. Whereas Georgia Tech, we're going to convert this. We're going to convert this 4th down. They can't stop us. Well, yeah, I think it was hubris, to be honest with you. That's what I think it was, and I think they got smacked. Listen, this is the 3rd year of a rebuild. This isn't a full on 5-6 years in with the culture in top 10 recruiting classes over and over and over again. Yeah, it's getting close, but it's not there yet. This isn't where Oregon is right now. They're probably about 2 years in front of us. So it's just, I mean, it's not there yet, man. It's close. It's closer than it's been in 20 years. So be happy about that.
I think Frank's what's your name? Rowe. I think Rowe's frustrated because of how good this offense is.
I understand.
And it's like,
when are you going to have
like, when are you going to have this again? I mean,
when are you going to have an opportunity to have
look, if you have the 10th best offense and you have a defense that's a lot better, maybe you have a better football team.
Well, but hold a second. If this offense was only able to put up 23 points against Georgia Tech, is it going to go down to generational offense?
You look at the LSU numbers. That first game, they were in a dogfight. There was one game they scored in the first game, bro. Yeah, but there was one. But there was.
This is November.
I understand that. I understand. I don't know when that game happened.
Chris Fowler came into my head.
I don't know when that game was. I just know.
This is not good.
Oh my God.
Their average is going to come down a little bit. It's still going to be up there in terms. You're going to see what they need to do. They need to go ahead and rebound. But the fact of the matter is, exactly, Scoop stole the thunder. It is a once in a. I don't want to know how long. And this is the offense that you have, and it's just met. And I'm just like, oh, you don't even need to be great defense. You don't need to be great, and you don't need to have a defense where if you are even remotely thinking that this team's going to have a playoff run, you can't have a game where you go on the road and give up over about 300 yards on the ground. You just can't do it. You know what? You just can't do it. That's criminal to me. And I know Cam Ward's Cam Ward. If there was one thing I could change about Cam Ward, it would be that perplexing thing where he literally just tries to make something. It's just right there, dude. Just take it. Just take it. You're going to lose your job in the NFL. You're going to get a job in the NFL. You're going to lose your job in the NFL if you do that in the NFL. I promise you that. Because when that bad back-breaking play happens over and over, and you don't think look at all the NFL young quarterbacks in the league right now who are like starving for jobs for way worse. I mean, not you know what I'm saying? Maybe not even as worse. You put that enough on film and you cost enough games in the NFL, they will bench you. They will. So it is amazing what you're capable of doing. But you don't see people in the NFL doing that. You don't see them having those type of turnovers. Right? Pat Mahomes, he makes great plays. He doesn't notoriously turn it over the way Cam Ward can turn it over. Okay? They make the same amount of plays. He's got to get rid of that part of the game sooner rather than later. Because if he took it more safe today, University of Miami Hurricanes win. Absolutely. Toast, I agree with you there. Cam Ward on a fourth down situations at that last play, loose with the ball, cost his team a chance to win. Not going to say completely at fault, but he cost his chance to win.
Bigger question. Poll's going to come out. How close are we to 12 now?
I don't think it doesn't matter.
Let me ask you this. We win. We come out. Let's say the polls were around like 9 or 10, whatever, 11. I don't know.
Okay.
Have our bye. Win the last two games. We finish out 11-1. Pitt does win out. We're 11-1. We don't make the ACC title game. Are we still top 12?
No.
Even at 11-1.
So
we don't drop below 12 now, so we would drop below with 2 wins.
Well, so SMU. So think about this. So SMU gets in against Pitt.
Yeah, against Pitt,
and Pitt loses.
Okay.
They're then going to put us in as the second team.
I believe.
Well, so. I mean, where are we ranked? I mean, where are we going to fall below 12?
I see what
it doesn't make a difference. If you're top 12
situation, I would say yes, because this is what happens. I think Miami would get in. I think because if they win the next 2 games, and we're hoping that they should, and it's convincing, you're going to have convincing wins now. You can't just squeak them out. That loss against Georgia Tech and the way teams have been disrespecting you and knew your defense was suspect and Josh Pate has been dropping you in his, Pate State Awards. I'm telling you right now, they saw this coming. So the defense is going to be what the defense is. You just got to hope your offense comes back and regains its footing and just blows people out. And I see his point, and I do agree with Toast. I think if Pitt did get in and Miami doesn't play for an ACC championship game, which is criminal in itself with the team, you finally have the ability to break the curse and win the ACC. I mean, I would much rather – listen, I'd much rather, get in the playoffs, maybe lose somewhere in the playoffs, and in your heart of hearts, you're like, listen, we didn't have a defensive team capable of winning a championship, right? We had a great offense, an offense capable of winning a championship, but we all in our heart of hearts know that our defense is keeping us from great things, right? We have the capability of doing great things, but they if we're losing, it's because of our defense later on down the road. We can all see that. We all know that. But the salvage could be, and we won the ACC this year, and we're trending in the right direction. Let's go, Mario. Let's get into the recruiting. I don't want to not have a chance at the ACC championship game, not win the ACC championship game, and not get into the playoffs. that would be terrible. And you accomplish that goal if you lose one of the next potential 3 games. That's it. You gotta go 3-0. If you're in the ACC championship game, I want to see you there. You got to go 3-0. You're not making the playoffs. You got to win the ACC championship game. And that's it.
But they cannot make it, not have to play,
and get
still
in.
made the playoff.
And get in.
And then losing the playoffs.
title game
Yeah,
and lose the
dumb.
ACC title game, we're out.
I'm gonna be honest.
But if we don't make the ACC title game and finish 11-1, we're in.
Yeah, we're in.
So
and
we
then
won't
you have
Pitt
a
to win out.
defense. And you have a defense.
We win out. Pitt wins out. We're guaranteed to get in.
So
no
I'm
matter
rooting for
what.
Pitt
We
to
just
win
don't get a
out.
bye.
Yeah. And then your defense is going to let you down. You probably lose. You don't win the ACC championship game. And it's a good season because what at that point are you 11-2? Yeah, and you take it, but you don't win the ACC and you lose a playoff game.
I want nothing to do with SMU.
I mean,
You don't want Brashard Smith to run for 150 on us?
240. Are you kidding me? You don't think he wants to come out and run up and down the field like a Mustang in a prairie?
I think the bigger hubris is on Guidry right now, though. The guy's calling a game like he keeps putting people like in positions that they're not going to succeed. And
That's
he
what
keeps
that's
doing
what I'm telling you. I just don't understand the lack
discussion.
of. I don't understand.
Mario didn't have
inability
that
to
come to
switch it
Jesus
up.
moment. Mario did not
No.
have that come to Jesus moment with him. Not at
No.
all.
I mean, you knew.
Not at all.
You knew what they were going to run. You knew what they were going to do. Again, this is like watching Gattis' offense. You knew the defense knew what was coming.
If only they ran a 4-3.
If only they ran a 4-3.
Honestly,
If
today,
only,
if they
if
two-gapped a little
only,
bit more and
if
ran a 34,
only
they'd probably
we could
been
run
okay.
any sort of zone. We refuse. We refuse. And against an offense like that, why do we perpetually run man?
I don't know.
Why? They're
So-
literally running you off the edge to go to the edge the whole day.
And you could see that. So now you see where
I
my
don't
frustration
understand
is.
it.
I think that's where I think you guys missed with me because you were like, oh, it's the offense, the offense, the offense. I was like, bro, just
No,
watch
it was the
student of game.
offense today.
Just
But
watch
I
student of the game.
understand that nuance of the defense.
And
It'll
you'll
drive you
literally
nuts.
No, when you watch student of the game, you'll just
Yeah, I watched it earlier. It was the same thing I saw. It drove me nuts. It's this.
how did you watch
same
it?
shit.
I just posted it before.
I was
we
watching
did it. There's
clips. I was watching
I-
clips.
You didn't watch the whole thing. I promise.
No, I'm
you.
not watching
No, I'm
it.
not watching the whole thing. I've seen enough.
Why would I want to watch that again?
I'm gonna
No,
watch
are
it
you
again.
kidding me? I'm gonna go turn it on after when I need to go to bed tonight. I'm gonna go and I'll watch
There you go.
watch the
Toast
whole
Toast ended
thing.
the
to
stream.
sleep.
Toast ended the watch along today by saying he wanted to punch himself in the face.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
why would he go back and do that
Hey,
again?
speaking of the
Well,
watch along,
Mhm.
we had over 3,000 just from the Twitter side alone. Thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you
Awesome.
through the
That was
ups and
great.
downs. University of Miami are still having a very super successful season. This is year 3. Listen, if at the beginning of the year, let's just add some optimism. At the beginning of the year, I would tell you there was going to be a team from the state of Florida that was 9-1 and another team from the state of Florida that was 1-9. And that team was Florida State. And would you take it at the beginning of the year? You would say, "Oh yes, I'll be 9-1 just for the other team to be 1-9," and that's where we are. Florida State's going to be 1-9 after tonight. Your University of Miami is 9-1. You want to see a total trajectory shift? It's that Mario's still going to recruit really, really well. We have a great offense still. It's still going to be super competitive throughout the rest of the season. Let's just hope for the best. Let's hope for the best.
and look, we say it. It's really hard to win every week. I mean, Georgia just lost again to Ole Miss.
Who had
Big
2
game.
losses already?
They've got 2 now. Georgia has 2 as the number 3 team in the country.
Alabama and LSU are playing a
Alabama
playoff
and
game.
LSU were playing for a 3rd loss.
Mhm.
You've got Oregon is the only team
That seems to be okay.
that seems to be like they can get through this season undefeated. All right. Did Indiana end up pulling that off? Because Michigan was giving them a battle.
They did, but not by much.
They did, but not by much. They pulled it off. So Indiana's going to be top
20 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I mean, like,
and that's a great offense.
Iowa
and they only
State lost to
managed 20
Kansas.
points.
Clemson
It's
had
tough.
a tough time with Vatek.
What was the final score in that Clemson ball?
24-14.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's playing Virginia right now.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's got UVA. They'll probably lose to Virginia and put this whole thing to bed. So, can we talk about what time is it? How long have we been doing this thing? I can't, somebody said to me today, Bange said to me today, I think they should eliminate targeting in the box. And I thought to myself, that's actually a pretty great idea.
I like it.
Because there's no intent there. Everyone is condensed in this space, right?
Mhm.
So the Moten hit, which if we would have won today, that Moten hit would be ultra viral. Right.
It still kind of is.
I mean, he destroyed him. But he didn't do anything.
Hit him in
and
the
that's
chest,
the
too.
crazy part. The kid spun into him. He just happened to be standing there.
And his helmet was already coming off and was loose. That's why it's popped. If the helmet doesn't
Yes.
pop off, I don't think they call it.
But
There was nothing he could do.
he's a 320-pound dude who smoked some kid who's probably 170. He hit him in the center of the chest with his face in an area where there's just bodies flying and twisting and turning and falling and raising and dipping and so I really like that idea. How can there be, unless you've got a safety crashing? We don't have that problem, but if you have a safety crashing down into the box that can make a play, I just don't understand how you can call defensive linemen for targeting in the box when they're literally not doing anything.
They need to revamp that. I like that. I've never heard that. That's an interesting concept. Like inside the box, you can't. I mean, relatively, right? Because if you have somebody coming from like the safety position,
safeties are flying in.
Yeah, that would be a caveat to the rule, but it is long overdue. Listen, I think the intent of the rule worked. I think they don't debate whether or not it is targeting anymore, like legit targeting. They debate whether it fits their definition of targeting. And listen to what I mean by that. When they're fighting over the definition, I think the intent of the rule worked, because what it used to be was there was no debate that this was targeting. There would be look at our hero Sean Taylor, Tamarick Vanover getting depleted, like some of these hits, right? Just launching from the stratosphere, using your head as a missile. Those plays are few and far between now. You don't see those egregious launches from the launch pad. And if he did launch, he would be able to come back down from space and be caught by chopsticks. Okay?
Put your arms out.
You would be able to see, but that's gone. And now we're fighting the nuance over it. It did its job. Relax it. Okay?
Hold on.
You could flagrant
The
one,
way he
flagrant
says,
two.
it's gone.
It's gone. Come on.
It's
gone.
It's gone.
It's nowhere to be found. It's
You hear
gone.
me?
He turned
Yeah,
into a
man.
walking out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's gone.
I have two very quick questions for you guys. One, Ro, was it intentional for you to leave your toilet in view of the whole show behind you?
Yeah, sometimes I forget.
Okay.
So if you
That was
saw it
one
on
thing.
Student of the Game last week, you would see that the door was open and I caught it halfway and I'm like, there's no way I'm redoing these clips, and then I'd close it.
You
So yes.
closed it.
Yeah, that's my
question-
office toilet. Go
Question
ahead.
two, has anyone done a wellness check on Michael Irvin? Do
He's
we
gonna
know where
finally
he
be
is?
able to
Is
wash
he
his
safe?
clothes.
Right?
Is he
He's
okay?
gonna wash his clothes now. That shirt.
Mm.
He's been wearing his lucky shirt.
Been wearing the same underwear for a month and a half, apparently.
My goodness.
All right, boys. So yeah, listen, 9-1, 2 games to be 11-1. If Pitt doesn't win out, you control your own destiny. So yeah,
It's not winning
I
those
mean,
4 games.
I don't
let's be
believe they
real.
are. I think playing at Louisville is going to be. I think that's the one they definitely lose, but they might.
Yeah,
lose
Louisville
more
can
than
win
one.
that game. Clemson, they play
Yeah.
Pitt. Pitt
Yeah, they
plays
got Clemson.
too.
They got Clemson. They got
Clemson's
Louisville,
at
and they got
home,
Boston
so,
College.
Yeah.
And Clemson can do us an ultimate favor, win that game.
Mhm.
They're 10-2 on the season. Miami has to win out. They're 11-1 in the season.
Yeah.
And even though we have the same record as Clemson in the ACC, we play for the ACC championship
Listen.
because we have a head-to-head opponent. We beat Louisville. They lost to Louisville. So
Here's the deal.
wait, did they
You
play?
have-
Did Clemson play Georgia Tech?
I don't know. So the tiebreaker is conference opponents winning percentage, and that's why Pitt has the edge on us. And
But
we'll have it regardless of what happens
why
the rest of the
regardless?
way. Because they've already mathematically done it out, and there's no way for that winning percentage of our opponents to surpass them. So
that's fine. They're not winning
whatever.
4. They're not winning all 4. It doesn't matter.
No.
How do they got 4
Clemson did not play Georgia Tech, by the way.
Okay.
How do they have 4 more? How should they only have 3 more? How are they that?
What?
They already have 2 buys already, and I got to play.
Well,
4.
they have
We
tonight.
one. Okay.
Yeah, they have tonight. They don't play.
They have tonight,
Okay,
and then
gotcha.
against Virginia.
3
Yeah, that's
games
3
because
more.
we have a
3
bye.
games. We have 2.
We have a bye.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So all right.
Alabama up 7-3. By the time you watch this or tomorrow, we'll see what that is and who got mathematically eliminated from the playoffs with their 3rd loss.
We'll see what happens.
All right,
Listen,
boys.
man, like we're in the right spot. Just settle the fuck down.
Gotcha.
All right. Everyone's got to wake up and go to work tomorrow or Monday, whatever the hell it is. So good. There's a very good chance that FSU is losing to Notre Dame tonight. So enjoy that. Have fun with it.
Florida got waxed. FSU's going to get their ass kicked.
Yeah, all the
Billy
big
Napier's
3 are all
staying
losing
for
today.
he's not getting
Oh
fired,
my
so he'll
God.
be here.
You know what?
Christmas
I was
gift
like,
right there.
that may have been a week too soon. Is it a week too soon? And maybe you think as a person, you're like, oh shit, we got Texas next week. I'm going to hold off on this until
No.
Texas.
They
they
did
knew
this
what was going on.
preemptive because
They
of a basketball coach.
They knew what was going on. They knew what was going on. They're like,
They committed to
let's
Billy
announce it
because
now
of the basketball coach issue.
Who you see what what's up with the basketball coach?
Yeah.
He's sending dick pictures to freaking
Okay.
co-eds.
Well,
It's a Title IX investigation.
if you want to say it like that,
the window has passed. The window has passed, so now it's not going to have the same. But when you said that quote, right, what he did, I don't know why, but my first word, Bange.
Oh, that's not appropriate in any way.
No, it's not.
I did see that he came out and said that it was
Sure.
it was that he's countersuing for defamation.
Yeah, best of luck to him. We'll see what happens. We'll see. Yeah.
I mean,
Good luck.
so
Mr.
hold on
Goldman.
a second. Let me
Yeah.
take
It was
a
a
step
school
back to
paper.
this.
Yeah.
It was a school
Yeah,
paper.
The
So-
alligator reported this whole thing.
Sure. So let me take a step back on this.
Yeah.
So you're saying that they came out and committed to Billy because of the basketball
think-
coach issue?
I think Strickland. Remember, there's an interim president. They don't have a permanent
Right,
president because homeboys stepped down. I think Scott Strickland is like, man, I'm going to have to make a change. Like, I got a whole whirlwind of shit about to come down with the basketball thing. I already got friggin' boosters yammering about Billy. Like, I just need to put something to bed so I'm not dealing with both of these things.
So he didn't want to deal with both of them.
I think so.
That's your
yeah.
theory?
Yeah, that's my theory.
He's the worst AD
yeah.
in the country.
Well,
right?
that's fun. I love him. He's great.
He is. I don't know
He's
what he does
awesome.
like for.
No,
I mean,
he's
what's
really
his?
good at
I
his
need to
job
know his
scoop.
history.
He's really
I need
good
to know
at
his
job.
resume.
He's really good at his job.
He is
Like an
awful.
extension is needed.
yeah, totally.
Like,
Keep
yeah, we
Strickland
want
and
him there
Napier
forever.
forever.
Yeah. I want Norvell to get another. Like, you just keep it. Let's keep the status quo, bro. Like,
He has had really bad. Did you see the things
Napier
with the coaches
is flipping
at
FSU
Florida?
recruits right now.
FSU's recruiting class. Look this
He's
up.
in the 60s.
They must be in the 60s.
It's load more. You got to load more now. You got to hit load more at the bottom.
I
It's
mean,
not
they are-
top 50.
They are plummeting
Oh,
out
yeah.
of the 30s very quickly.
Bayou Billy is friggin' snaking their whatever's left of their recruits. Hilarious. You
I
can't
saw.
make it
I
up.
think that they were taking like a quarterback from them.
Yes, they did. They took their 2026 quarterback, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. So
Jenners can't even find it. He's got to scroll so far.
Yeah.
I opened ESPN. It said page cannot be found.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, refresh. It's got to be there.
Hold on a second. No, let's
I'll pull it up for you. I'll pull it
let's
up.
laugh-
It's on
let's laugh.
24/7.
We're all looking.
Hold on. All right, hang on.
2025
Let me get
recruiting
it for you here.
rankings.
Inside. Do you log in?
This is players, though. Oh, here we go. All teams.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. Whew. Man. it's
Yeah,
way down
baby.
there.
Oh,
They're at
more.
42.
No way.
42 on
No
Rivals.
way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way.
Oh, 2025?
Yeah,
Yeah,
2020.
they're not at 42. Minnesota's at 42.
I'm not on Rivals. I have Minnesota
No.
38.
Am I not logged in?
Well, let's just put it this way. Minnesota
I'm not going to roll
is-
with the one I just found because it was from On 3.
They still have a 5-star. They have a 5-star committed. Wait till he decommits. Hold
Well,
on a
that's the
second.
offensive lineman, Solomon, whatever, right? Who-
Yeah.
he needs to
Wait
come
until
here.
Mario takes him.
Exactly. He needs to come here.
They totally lose their mind.
So they have 11 commitments.
Mhm.
According to 24/7, number 32 overall.
I would
5-star. Yeah,
I would
Solomon
say that-
Thomas.
Hey, are we in line for a commitment anywhere soon? Because it would be a good time for Mario to be like, all right, I need some juice. Let me go back to what I know. Let me
Yeah, FSU on my
go back and-
Rivals 24/7 is at 47.
nab
Okay.
a recruit. Yeah, close
Florida's
to
at 50.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Florida's at 50.
Florida's worse?
Florida's worse.
Stop it.
They each have 11 commitments.
Oh, yeah, I got him here for 24/7. Yeah, you're right. 47.
I do. I have
47,
Florida
50.
58.
Congrats.
And they've got
Listen.
us at 12.
Congrats to Billy Napier. I'm honest. Like
Yeah.
nobody in a million years thought he was going to escape this year.
100%. No.
None.
He's done a fine job.
The fact that he got another year, God bless you.
He's got a worse recruiting class than Norvell.
Than FSU.
Just give it time. Give it time.
Man,
All good.
that's rough.
Damn.
Damn, those guys are in trouble. And we may have lost to Georgia Tech again,
Mm-hmm.
but holy shit.
Listen, and now our lifetime series, we're under 500. We're 14 and 15
Yeah,
against
14 and 15.
It's
Yeah.
sad.
them. Yeah.
I did text Roddy earlier today, and I said,
Yeah.
I hate them.
He was on the telecast.
He was on the telecast. So
Oh,
he
was
hasn't-
it? All right.
I will
He
say a
hasn't
lot of
responded.
times I'll send him random text messages while he's on the telecast, and he responds, which is pretty funny.
I thought it was Lewis Riddick.
no, he wasn't on
Roddy.
ours. He was on.
Oh,
Yeah,
He was on the Clemson game, I think.
nice. Okay.
That's about Tech. Yeah.
All right. Well, so what are we doing the show this week, boys?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't
Oh, I have to
know.
leave town. I'm good either Tuesday or Wednesday. Wednesday. I can't do Tuesday. Wednesday.
Wednesday seems good for me right now.
Mm.
CC wee wee.
CC, wee.
Normal drop next week.
There we go. All right. As always, go Canes.
Yo.
Bange.
Bange.